Hey, good morning. Sheriff Kozak here. I want to talk about the word assume today because yesterday a citizen brought to my attention a post from a local activist named Joseph Ramirez where he posted some pictures of deputies doing their job on the street. But at the top of the post, he wrote, "Task Force in action, terrorism in action." And people went on to list derogatory comments about the sheriff's office and about immigration enforcement. Folks, you know what the deputies were doing? They were recovering a stolen car. That's what they were doing. Because the day before, they took a report from a woman who doesn't have money to buy another car. So the deputies worked all night long to find her car and get it back to her. And they were processing the car for evidence so we can catch the person who stole it and put him in jail. That's what they were doing. Now, at the same time, I read an article in the newspaper, Wyoming Tribune Eagle. This was yesterday. They were covering the ICE Out protest at the state capitol from Saturday. And so I'm reading this article, and I see in there that an unnamed source said there was horrible treatment of local immigrants from our local sheriff. And so I dropped my coffee because I wanted to read this because people know what my stance on this is. Our deputies are only allowed to ask immigration questions when they contact someone because they broke the law. All right? We don't do sweeps. We don't go to people's homes. We don't go to workplaces. We don't go to schools or churches. That's a pretty strict policy that I have. And so I'm reading this to see what our deputies did that was improper. And what the woman cited for the horrible treatment was the fact that she saw a deputy's car parked along the road. That's it. So I guess my question to the Wyoming Tribune Eagle is why? Why stir up controversy? Remember that we are in Wyoming. We are neighbors and we help each other. All right? We don't need to stir up things that aren't true. And as sheriff, you know, our agency protects people's rights no matter what side of the issue you're on. And we're going to do that. And we're here to help people. And so, you know, at the end of the day, I noticed here that Joseph Ramirez, he did a post about raising food for a local pantry. And he was collecting food at the protest at the Capitol. Even though I can't get behind the sign that he has, but I can get behind the cause. And so I do want to help Joe. And so, folks, if you have food items, bring them to the sheriff's office. And I will make sure that we get those items to the food pantry. And so I always want to end on a positive note. So let's come together and bring it back into the center. And remember that we are in Wyoming. All right? All right, we'll catch you later at the next video. Bye-bye.